Welcome, beautiful ones. This is Dr. V. If you are new to this channel, a big hug for you from me and all of us here in this incredible community of beautiful souls who are on this journey to love. Remember, the labels don't matter at all. The only thing that matters is the love that you feel in your heart and the connection that you have with that special someone. So what we do here on this channel are readings that will help to guide you on this journey to either unite or reunite with the person that you love. So use the terms masculine and feminine as they work for your situation, because remember, they are energies. So just take what resonates for you and leave the rest. So we are going to get started on today's reading with our first question for Spirit, which is, what is the divine masculine's current energy? Where is the energy of the divine masculine coming into this reading today? What is the current energy of the divine masculine? Now, this is interesting. So you precious ones, have you noticed in our past few readings, especially for the divine masculine, we are really seeing strong energy here of change. And it has been consistent. I hope you're noticing this, because the masculines that we are connecting with in this particular collective are very strongly seeking a rebirth. Okay, judgment is all about wanting to be reborn, wanting to be revitalized. And it's also about how even from our greatest darkness, right? The dark night of the soul moments that we all go through, and where we also self-sabotage. See, this is a feeling that I've been having, at least for this past 1 month. I've also been seeing a lot of 8 of Swords energy coming out lately in this last month in the collective, because the 8 of Swords is another card of classic self-sabotage, blocking yourself, restraining yourself, keeping yourself away from things that could be really good for you. So I feel like this is also part of that same energy. But what we're seeing here with the masculine is that he has a deep desire to come out of this. He doesn't want to block himself off anymore. He wants to take the negative energy that he has been experiencing and literally channel it into a new beginning, a rebirth. And look at this. See, this card really also shows us the extension of that fire energy that has also been coming up this entire month for the masculine, with the masculine really being kind of like trial by fire. Like, this is a do or die situation, as in like it's now or never. If he doesn't fix the issues that he has within himself now, he may just lose out on incredible happiness for himself. And that definitely includes you, feminine. So he knows that he is in a very precarious state. He's on the precipice of losing the greatest love of his life as well as other things in his life that are important to him, if he doesn't do something to remove his own self-sabotage, his own blocks, his own ego. So this is really, really powerful, feminine. See? Because the other energy that he's in is, see, I think there are other issues as well here where it's the same kind of blockages that are coming through in his other relationships. 5 of Wands is all about fighting energy. Again, utilizing that fiery energy in the wrong way, letting that fire that is in your belly come out in ways in which you end up arguing or having negative interactions with other people. So I'm feeling that your masculine is going through some sort of a family conflict as well right now. Some of you I know are in positions where you and your masculine want to be together, but there's something in the family dynamics or friends or community that is obstructing that. Either their opinions or their influence, or they have some sort of a third party situation going on where they are in some sort of a commitment that is no longer serving them or has not made them happy in a very long time, but they have chosen to stay in that for various reasons. So I'm also feeling for those masculines, they are in the fighting mode right now. There's something stirring in these relationships, and perhaps it is time for this masculine to stand up for himself against some of these more negative influences. If he is in a situation where his family, friends, community, or other commitments that he has are now being unfair to him in some way, whether they are trying to manipulate, whether they're trying to influence in ways that are not in his best interest. It may be that your masculine is starting to stand up for himself, that he's finally willing to fight for himself in a good way. So that's also for some of you, I'm feeling. So this is a very interesting shift in energies that are going on here. And see, I'm also seeing, see, this Page of Swords. So what this tells me is that there is some aspect of your masculine that is thinking of sending you a message. Okay, this is only for those of you who are in some form of separation, whether it's like an off and on contact or little to no contact, but yet he is still holding something back. So even if he does reach out, there are things that he is not ready to share. There are things that he may be still hiding, some shadowy energies, some things that he might be embarrassed about. But that is not at all getting in the way of the fact that he is feeling romance for his feminine. Okay, she is still there. You are still there in his mind, in his heart. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So this is important to him. He is still in that energy of that 5th dimension connection with you. That has not been severed at all. Although I do feel that there are regrets that he has, because look at his message from his higher self. I'm sorry that I criticized you. So if you've had some sort of disagreements with your masculine, if you both have said things to each other that you both regret, know that he is regretting it too. Whether he may come out and say that to you or not, right? Because he may still be, you know, in the process of wanting to come out and communicate. He does regret the things that he said. And see, there's something in him. And I think this is also very, very positive, feminines. There's something in him that has realized that he is going through certain cycles, and that he feels that there's a repetition here. And I feel like that has everything to do with this Judgment card as well, because this Judgment energy is also about going through the repetition of negative cycles and wanting to break free from those. Because how are you going to break free from negative patterns unless you have a complete rebirth, unless you have like a huge moment of transformation, right? Because judgment is also all about transformation. Like, look at this. See, if you look at this figure, it's actually very evident. See, this is that self, that egoic self, right? That small self, that shadowy aspect where you feel beaten down by life, where you feel like you're not getting the results that you want, where you feel like you're self-sabotaging yourself. And it's almost like this is your purification process. You're sitting in this fire, trying to purify yourself and have this rebirth. And when you come out of it, look at this. And look at, I love this too, because I feel like this is the hand of spirit. This is the hand of the divine blessing you and guiding you to have this rebirth. And when you come out even stronger. And so that's why I love this. No matter what, you see the bigger picture of a loving, just universe. So he is working on that vision, right? Because without changing your vision, this kind of rebirth is not possible. And so what I'm loving about the divine masculine right now is that he understands this. He is coming to understand it. He is changing that perspective and that vision so that he can have this rebirth and he can come out of these cycles that he knows that he has been in. See, momentum, force, life cycles, stay grounded in the now. So he really wants to come out of all of these negative cycles that he's been in. And I really love this. Music. Listen carefully, for there may be a message in the music that you hear. Music can lift your soul, rekindle memories, and charm fairies to your door. So I'm feeling that your masculine is actually using music. And this is a very powerful force. I mean, we all know this, and we all do this without even realizing it, right? How many times do we listen to music that moves us, music that reminds us of our romantic feelings, right? Our relationships, our connection, songs that tell our story, songs that empower us, songs that make us feel better, that make us give us the confidence to step into a better and greater version of ourselves. And so that's what I feel that your masculine is also doing. He's letting music help him to stay in this better state, to step into a greater consciousness for himself, and to keep him in the state of connection with you, as in listening to the music that really meant something to both of you. I love that. I think that's really beautiful. Okay, so what is our next question for Spirit? Spirit, tell us then, how is the masculine currently feeling about his feminine? What are the masculine's deep feelings about his feminine at this time? What are the masculine's feelings for his feminine at this time? What are his deep feelings for his feminine? Okay, so this is really interesting. Let's start here. I actually, from what I see so far, I'm actually loving this. Okay, so here you are, feminine. How does he feel about you? You are his Queen of Cups. This is so beautiful, feminines, because what he's seeing is that you are the feminine in his life not only who he loves and admires, but who he respects for the virtues that you have. You know, this is so beautiful because he sees that you are someone who is very clear in who you are. You are someone that he feels that he can completely trust because you're never up and down the way he is about your emotions, feminine. You are very steady. The Queen of Cups, she's a woman who has really conquered and balanced emotions. That's why she is the queen, right? She is so in tune with her emotions. She knows where she is. She knows who she is. She knows what she wants. And she knows how to get it in a way that works for everyone. Okay. Why? Because she doesn't let her emotions rule her. She rules her emotions. They work for her in the most positive and productive way. So what I'm feeling here is that your masculine sees you as his equilibrium. Okay. That when you have a masculine and feminine energy, sometimes it's the feminine that is up and down emotionally, but the masculine is very steady. Sometimes the masculine is up and down emotionally and the feminine is very steady, but that's how they balance those energies out together, right? If you have one person who is up and down, it really helps when they're with somebody who is steady. But if you have two people who are unsteady, right, then that really rocks the boat and that can become more of a challenging situation. Not impossible, but just more challenging. So in this situation and in these masculines that we are connecting with right now, they see you, feminine, as their equilibrium. Okay, you are his steady rock. You are his anchor. Your mastery of your emotions holds your masculine steady as well. And he sees that as a tremendous virtue. I love this. Isn't that amazing? Wow. I mean, just the fact that he can see that and appreciate that about you is a huge win for this connection. And of course, let me remind you, this is a general reading. It may not resonate for your situation. That's absolutely fine. Just take what resonates for you. If you would like guidance on what is going on in your specific connection, that's what a private reading would be for, where we can really go deep into your connection. And if that resonates for you, then the link to that is in the box below. So this is beautiful energy. So what also I'm seeing here is that the masculine, I love this. Okay, so he is now very aware, and I feel like this devil's energy is displaying to me even more of a deeper explanation of where this judgment is coming from. See, he has realized that there are aspects of his own energy that are not serving him, really these cycles that he's been going through. Right? He has become very aware that there are aspects of himself. See, the masculine card came up because the way that he thinks and feels about you right now, feminine, has everything to do with the way he sees himself as well. He realizes, feminine, that he has behaved in ways that were very difficult for this connection. The devil's energy is about toxic things, right? He may have been behaving in ways that were toxic, codependent, right? He may have had certain very deep-seated issues that were keeping him very much at an arm's distance from you. It's kind of like I'm getting the energy of like a push and pull energy, where it really took all of your emotional resources and this emotional balance that you have, feminine, to deal with his constant push and pull, where he would pull you towards him and then push you away, pull you towards him and then push you away. And the reason for this is because of that devil's energy, those aspects of his deeper self that he really needed to work on that didn't have to do with you. And so there was a lot of deception going on here. And what I'm feeling though is that the deception had to do with the ways in which your masculine was deceiving himself as well as deceiving others, almost putting on a mask of, I am okay, I am in control, I'm just fine, there's nothing wrong with me, there was a very much of this kind of, I need to let people know that I am a strong guy, that I am in control, that I am someone to be reckoned with. But inside, he really wasn't. And that's what this deception was all about. Because see, inside, look at this message from him. I'm in a dark place right now. So he has always been in a very dark place, really bound by this devil's energy. And unfortunately, and what's so sad about that is that the way that manifested is in him deceiving himself and then playing that push-pull game with you, feminine, right? So whenever he would be feeling really good about himself and positive, then he would pull you towards him. Then when he would feel negative or he would be dealing with these kind of energies, he would push you away. So this is a push-pull kind of situation that made him understand at some point that you cannot go on like that. Right? So now he's understanding that. So part of his energy towards you, feminine, is understanding moderation, that he has to stop behaving in extreme ways. See, I'm feeling this very strongly for the masculines that we are channeling right now. I'm feeling that a lot of their behavior was extreme and it really threw you off, feminine. It really very much concerned you and made you wonder about the future of this connection. But because you are so strong in your own emotions, you were able to weather those storms. But at the same time, you were considering deep down in your heart, is this truly something that I want to accept? At what point do I say, no more? He's realized that he needs to temper down, moderate his behavior, get himself under control if he wants to keep you, his incredible feminine. He's going to have to, and that is exactly why he is in this judgment energy. Isn't that powerful? Wow. That is very powerful because see, the last card was the winter card. And that's why I was saying that I can feel feminines. Some of you have been thinking, is it time for me to turn my back? Is it time for me to let him go to a certain extent, at least? Because maybe if he was out in the cold, he will realize, right? He will realize with my absence what my true worth really is. And so that's why he is afraid of this. This is also part of his energy and his feelings towards you. He's afraid that you are going to put him out in this cold, as in you're going to shut him out. There's a definite deep-seated fear in the masculine that you will be shutting him out and he's going to be left out in this winter cold, away from your warmth, away from your love, away from your heart. And so that's why his final message here was, I still feel your energy around me. I never believed in these things before. I do now. So see, he is still very connected to your energy, feminine. Wow. Amazing. Okay, so let's pause here. We're going to do our affirmation of the day, which I'm very excited about this one because it's all about how we are coming to the end of this year, this decade, and starting a brand new one, a brand new cycle with fresh energy. I just feel that 2020 is going to be an incredible year for all of us. This is the year where we are ready to step into our greatness. I challenge all of you all of you beautiful things out there to really step into the best version of yourself and lead your best life. Do everything that your heart has ever desired. You know, just go out there and crush it. So I want you to write in the comment box below, 2020 is my year! Exclamation point. 2020 is my year, baby! Let's give it all of our enthusiasm, our excitement. Let's give it all of our energy and say, this is it. I'm going to get everything I want. I'm going to manifest great things for myself. I'm going to lead my best life in 2020 and beyond. I'm so excited for all of you, and make sure that you send me messages telling me all the great things that you are experiencing through 2020, because I love you guys. Okay, so let's get on with our reading. And Spirit, so tell us then, what is the connective energy between the divine masculine and the divine feminine at this time? What is the connective energy between them? How are they connecting at this time? Whoa, I love that. I love that. That is just beautiful. What is the connective energy? Oh, love this. I just love, love, love this. Love it. See? Oh my gosh. This is so... Oh my gosh. I hope you're noticing this, because it is too amazing. Thank you, Spirit, for these synchronicities. I'm going to go back to this because I feel like this Judgment card is really the crux of this whole thing. This rebirth for the masculine is incredible, and it is an energy that is moving on and on and on here. Look at this. Look at this. Integrity, purity, and this message from your masculine. I should have been honest about my feelings. See? So, see, when you look at the ways in which the masculine has been really bogged down by that devil's energy, that deception, right? The ways in which he's been deceiving himself, right? The ways in which he is self-sabotaging himself and not being honest with himself, and as a result of that, not being honest with you, and maybe not honest about other things in his life. It is incredible, the transformation that he is seeking. Look at these words that are coming up as part of this transformation, as part of this judgment. Integrity and purity. You demonstrate the truth and honesty of your soul and manifest love with your every action. Wow. Purity. Always trust in the purity of your heart. Look inside your heart, and within it, you will find the answer to your questions. So this is truly an incredible energy connecting now, both of you, because both the masculine and the feminine are now coming from the energy of authenticity. You both want to, and I love this, especially for our affirmation, right? For our 2020, it's like you are both determined and committed in this new year and this new decade to have an authentic, honest relationship, to really open up those parts of you that you may have been keeping back from each other. Where, you know, the places in which you feel that you have not been able to truly communicate and be honest, especially more coming from the masculine, those walls are going to come down. And see, this judgment is also about that purity. So look how this is so much in alignment with everything that the masculine is trying to achieve here in his own rebirth. He and you want to purify this connection. So no more secrets, no more lies, no more hiding, no more push and pull, no more, pulling you to him and then pushing you away. No more excuses. All of that is gone. Because look at this, the moon's energy in reverse. I love this. This tells us that you guys are ready to come out of any kind of shadow work, shadowy energies, confusion, darkness, right? Being in that dark place, you want to leave it behind. You want to come into the light. You want to come into your passion together. I love this. This is so beautiful. Look at this. Because obviously once you step into integrity and purity, of course, it's going to build your passion for each other, because now this is real. This is honest. This is the energy in which all relationships flourish, right? This is the nurturing aspect of every connection. When you come from authenticity and integrity and purity, the passion only grows. And what happens from that? Oh my gosh, look at this. You have the world literally at your feet. This is a new cycle, new world ready for the two of you. You are on the precipice of this, creating this new world for yourselves together. And to add to it, 9 of Pentacles. Not only are you guys going to completely have a rebirth and transformation of your connection and your relationship, you're adding on financial abundance too. So there's something within both of you that is not messing around anymore. You are not playing games anymore. You want to be together in the real world. You want to build a real life together in the world. And you're both working on being abundant as well, so you can meet as equals. There is reciprocity here. You're both doing amazing in your respective careers. You are moving forward in that, and you are going to be able to support each other both emotionally and financially, so you can build the life that you want in the real world. Oh my gosh, I just love it. This is so beautiful. So Spirit, please give the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine your advice as they're moving forward on this exciting new chapter and new journey together. Truth. When everything is done as an offering, even the act of speaking, you get shown when to talk and when to be silent. Your words come from silence, not fear. You do the talking, dear Lord. Take me over and speak through me. Isn't this so beautiful? So I love this. Do you see the synchronicity here in terms of all of these words that have come through in this reading? Integrity, authenticity, purity, the falling away of all deceptions and all of the walls that we build from, self-sabotage and egoic thinking and action. So this is another beautiful word to add to the new energies that are between the masculine and the feminine, which is the energy of truth, coming together and speaking each other's real truth, so that you can bring down those walls, so you can have real communication, and making the speaking of your truth as a sacred vow that you make to each other. So I hope you loved this reading. Make sure that you leave me a comment in the box below. And of course, if you would like to have a personal reading with me, the link to that is also in the box below, as well as the link to these oracle decks that I have created especially for all of you who are on this journey to love. So you know how much I love you, how much I believe in you, and I will see you all on the next video.